Hello, and welcome to the How to Cite a Book in MLA Style tutorial. In this lesson, I'll briefly introduce MLA style, and we'll dissect a basic example of a citation for a book. To start off with, what is MLA style? Well, the MLA citation style is laid out in the MLA Handbook, which follows the standards adopted by the Modern Language Association, hence the acronym MLA. This citation style is used by students and scholars in the humanities. MLA style refers to the format and structure of your paper, how to cite other authors in your writing, and how you compile a works cited page. The 9th edition of MLA was updated in 2021, so this is the edition I will be covering in this video. Now that you know what MLA style is, it's time to learn to create a citation for a book. So the first part of most citations will be the author's name. In MLA style, this is formatted last name, comma, first name, with a period at the end of the first name. The reason for this formatting is because your works cited page is organized alphabetically by author last name. But what happens when there's more than one author? Well, now it gets a little more complicated. When you have two authors, the first author is formatted last name, comma, first name, comma. Then you use the word and followed by the second author, whose name is formatted in the first name, last name format. Then follow it with the period. If there are three or more authors, you only include the first author, followed by the phrase et al., which is Latin for and others. The period goes at the end of al. If the book's author is a corporate entity, for example, the Modern Language Association of America, you write the name as written, then end with a period. Now, if the book has no author, you simply omit the author name element and begin with the next part of the citation, which is the title of the book. Okay, so the reason we include the title of the book should be clear. It's the specific work by this author that we're citing. The title of the book should be formatted as it appears on the book's title page, same spelling, same capitalization, etc., followed by a period. Now, if the book is a later edition, it gets noted right after the title. For example, second edition. Please note that in this case, the title ends with a comma and the edition is not italicized. The reason the title ends with a comma is because the information that comes after it provides publication details about the book. If the book is part of a multi-volume set, for example, volume 2 of 3, the volume of the book should be noted. This is the same as with editions. The title ends with a comma and the volume is not italicized. Also, place a comma after the edition or volume element, as there is more information to place in this section with the publisher's name. So, as you now know, the next element in the citation is the publisher's name. This should be formatted exactly as it appears in the book, followed by a comma. We include the publisher to help make it clear which edition of the book you got your information from, as the paging may be different in other editions. Finally, we include the date of the publication at the end of the citation, followed by a period. The date of publication is included for similar reasons as the publisher, to help determine the edition of the book. But what about ebooks? Well, for an ebook, you use all of the information just discussed, but you also include a URL. This goes after the period at the end of the publication date. It's also helpful to include here that if your citation includes more than one line of text, the second and subsequent lines are indented. This type of indent is referred to as a hanging indent. So that takes care of the bibliographic citation, but the bib citation is only half of a complete MLA citation. Each MLA citation has two parts, the bibliographic citation and the in-text citation. And then why do you need both? Well, the bibliographic citation helps the reader to know what article you got the information from, but it doesn't tell the reader what parts of your writing were taken from that work. That's where in-text citations come into the picture. To learn more about in-text citations, see the library's tutorial on in-text citations MLA style. Of course, there are many more types of sources to cite than books, and there are a lot more situations for citing books than I covered in this video. If the video didn't answer your question, there's more resources available to help you cite your work. The Purdue Online Writing Lab, or the OWL, provides an excellent website for covering different scenarios and rules for MLA citation. You can also reference the MLA Handbook. We have copies in both the Galesburg and Carthage campus libraries. Or you can use the Sandburg Library Guide with examples of different MLA citations at sandburg.libguides.com/MLA_citations. So that's it for this lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to contact a librarian by emailing library@sandburg.edu. Thanks for watching and have a great day.